Hello, and welcome to LimeTube. So this is my annual LimeTube Rewind, LimeTube Rewind 2020. Exactly 3 years ago, on December 28th, 2017, LimeTube was created. So this is the 3-year anniversary. And to celebrate, I will first be doing a recap of the videos and events which defined LimeTube this year. I will also be going over channel statistics for this year. I'll be reading viewer submissions. I'll be highlighting some smaller channels which I think people should watch, and I will be giving my personal thoughts on the year. So without further ado, here is a quick events recap. My first major video of this year was my Coos music video released on February 5th. This is perhaps my favorite video ever released on this channel so far because it sounds good, has a good message, and was simply fun to produce. Oddly enough, though, this was one of my worst performing videos this year, receiving less than 100 views. Also in February, I began my first and so far only Let's Play series on this channel about Day Shift at Freddy's 3. I produced 6 15-minute parts before abruptly ending the series in March. I'm sorry if anybody is disappointed that I didn't finish the series, if anybody is still waiting for me to make a part 7, 9 months later. Maybe if enough people ask me to continue, then I'll continue the Let's Play. But for now, it seems to be dead. On March 28th of this year, I uploaded my video about the Philippine-American War. This is probably my best video this year from an educational perspective. I put a lot of time into researching it, using primary sources mostly, and it has good production and pretty good information. On April 4th, I uploaded the History of Hispaniola every year, which is a mapping video showing every state which controlled some or all of Hispaniola from the island's discovery in 1492 until today. This is probably the smoothest, most professional-looking video on my channel so far. It actually looks like something that a large mapping YouTuber like Emperor Tigerstar might upload. I'm not saying that I'm as good as Emperor Tigerstar yet, but comparing this video to mapping videos that I released a few years ago, I have definitely improved by a lot in this respect, and I am proud to have made a video of this quality. During the spring and summer of this year, I planned to release a video about anarchism and climate change. I put many hours worth of research and scripting into that video, but I ultimately canceled it before it was finished. I did so because the video ended up requiring far more time and effort to produce than I originally thought it would, especially after the summer ended. I didn't have enough time to put into the video that the topic deserved. Maybe sometime next year I'll try to finish that video, but for now I just have a half-finished script placed in the dustbin of abandoned LimeTube videos. So those were my major projects of this year, but as always, I also made a number of shorter and more minor videos that you can watch also. Oh, and of course, not to be forgotten, is this channel's flagship series, reading the entire Shrek script one word per day. This year is my first full year of reading the Shrek script, and my Shrek series is the cause of the most important LimeTube event of this year, and perhaps the most important event to happen to LimeTube of all 3 years so far in this channel. I am referring, of course, to the very sudden influx of viewers and subscribers that I received during this summer. In fact, I can pinpoint the exact date in which it happened. On July 19th, I posted a regular video reading the entire Shrek script one word per day, number 453. Like most of my videos at the time, it received very few views, less than 5 to be exact. Then, at about 11 o'clock that night, a Reddit user named u/stuve69 posted that video to r/memes. That post soon trended to the front page of r/memes, and to date it has gained over 10,000 upvotes and dozens of comments. Similar posts soon appeared on other subreddits and other social media sites. A number of people checked out my channel at that time, and thousands of those people subscribed. I'd estimate that probably most of you watching right now found this channel sometime in July from Reddit or TikTok. So when I woke up the next morning, I saw that my subscriber count had increased by more than an order of magnitude from the previous day. So, after more than 2 years of making videos with barely any views, I had finally found some success. It was a bit strange, since I expected that if I would ever find success on YouTube, it would be more gradual, or it would be from one of my more polished and researched videos instead of my 3-second Shrek videos. But hey, I'm not complaining. Subscribers are subscribers, and I'm glad that you're watching. Which brings me to the channel statistics of this year. Statistics here are courtesy of TubeBuddy, which is a free service for YouTubers. So, I began 2020 with 124 subs, 6,940 views, and 276 uploads. And I am ending 2020 with 2,370 subs, which is 2,250 more than I started with, 229,000 views, which is 223,000 more than I started with, and 691 uploads, which is 415 more than I started with. This year I also gained 12,614 likes, 2,313 comments, 824 shares, and 633 hours watched. In terms of my performance this year versus last year, I had a more than 3,000% change in the number of subscribers gained. I'll say that, normally I aim on this channel to double my subscriber count every year, which would be a 100% change. And you all really blew that goal out of the water this year. Instead of 100%, it's more than 3,000%. So, thank you all for that. I also gained more than 4,000% change in terms of the number of views gained, and an almost 40% change in the number of videos uploaded. So in terms of which videos did the best on my channel this year, at number 3 with 3,585 views is my History of Hispaniola video. At number 2 with 6,799 views is my video reading the entire Shrek script 1 word per day, number 454. And at number 1 with so far 9,309 views is my video reading the entire Shrek script 1 word per day, number 453. So, with the facts and statistics out of the way, I will go on to viewing and responding to viewer comments that you gave for this video. Count Dooku says, "Opinion, you are very handsome." Thank you for that, Count Dooku. Several of my commenters have asked me to do a face reveal, and my answer to them is no, at least not in the immediate future. I've gone over my reasons for wanting to stay anonymous before on this channel, but in short, I want my professional YouTube life and my personal life to be very separate. I don't want to be recognized in the street at any point, and I don't want any future employer to be dissuaded from hiring me because of something that I've said on this channel. Maybe one day, if I'm financially successful enough that I won't have to worry about that, then I might show my face, but for now, that's not gonna happen. Harry Johnston Smith asked me to say "and" from one of my Shrek readings because that apparently gave him a sense of purpose in life. So, and I hope you enjoyed that, Harry. Several of my commenters have asked me to compile all of the Shrek videos in order, and I actually already have done this. If you go to my channel and look at playlists, you'll see the full list of Shrek videos. It sometimes takes a little while for me to update the playlist, but yeah, if you want to watch the full series so far in order, then it's right there. Shahed Mia, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but I probably butchered it. Well, whatever. They ask, will your child carry on the legacy and do the Shrek 2 script? And my answer to that is probably not. For one thing, I don't even know if I'll want to continue once I finish reading the Shrek 1 script. And for another thing, I don't know if or when I will ever have a child. Also, since I'm not that old, I'll probably live to complete the Shrek 2 script if I choose to do so, but who knows? Assuming that I start reading the Shrek 2 script and I have a child and die before I finish, then maybe you'll get to see some videos from Lime Jr. Finally, Sassy Keys asks, do you like fish sticks? My answer to that is, I generally try to be a vegetarian in my personal life, but I do admit that I like the taste of fish sticks. So, that's all for specific comments that I've gotten, but I'd also like to give a shout out to all of my viewers who watch and comment on all of my daily videos. Some of them are shown on screen. I don't always respond to my comments, each day, but know that I always see them, and it brings me a lot of joy every day to read what you've written to me. So that's all for the comment response. I apologize if any of you sent me a comment that I didn't see or for whatever reason didn't include here. As is tradition on my channel, every year during the LimeTube Rewind, I shout out some other YouTube channels. I only have a few thousand subscribers right now, which means that my channel is not large by any means, but I know that most YouTubers don't even get this far, so I'd like to spread the success that I've gotten to some other people. All of the channels that I'm about to mention have fewer subscribers than I have right now, and I believe that they deserve some more attention. So links to all of them are in the description if you're interested in watching. So the first channel I'll shout out is Civil War Week by Week. Civil War Week by Week is a channel dedicated to covering the events of the First American Civil War in real time, 159 years later, with a new video each week. If you're familiar with Indian Idol's coverage of the World Wars, then this is just that, except for the American Civil War. It covers not only the famous battles of the war, but also the behind-the-scenes political actions and the fighting way out west in Indian Territory, for example, which aren't what first come to mind when thinking about the Civil War, but they too influenced its course and outcomes. So it's nice to see them talked about as well. This channel also has a few videos on other historical topics, such as a series about Jews in the Soviet Union. What I particularly like about that series is that, unlike most information about the Soviets that you'll find online, he doesn't just propagandize for one side or the other, but rather actually gives a nuanced image about the subject, which is quite refreshing. The production and audio quality on this channel, I'll say, could use some work, but it's still very good for a channel of its size, and I'm honestly surprised that not more people are watching this channel than already are. The next channel I'll shout out is also educational, but on a different subject. SubIndie. SubIndie is a channel which makes educational videos about video games. I'll admit that I don't really know that much about most video games, so I couldn't tell you how accurate most of their videos are. I can say, however, that as somebody who at one time played a lot of Animal Crossing, I enjoyed watching their video about the history of Animal Crossing coffee, so check that out if you're interested. And the last channel that I'll mention in this video is a quite different type of channel, Felix the Poop Cat. Felix only has one 4-second video on their channel, released 5 years ago, so I'll just play you the video.
What kind of garbage is that? Oops, my anarchy symbol.
This is one of my favorite videos on all of YouTube for several reasons. I don't know if Felix will ever release another video, but even if they don't, I believe that it's worth subscribing to their channel for this one video alone. Okay, so all of those were my smaller channel shoutouts. Again, links to all of them are in the description, so check them out if you are interested. So finally, I'd just like to give my final personal thoughts on the year. Despite all the success that I've had this year, I can't help but feel like 2020 was a year of wasted potential for me. I have had a ton of free time this year in the spring and summer, and I just didn't take full advantage of it. Part of this, as mentioned earlier, is due to the time that I put into my ultimately fruitless climate video, but also part of it is that I just didn't put so much time into my channel in general. I wish that I had made at least one great educational explainer video this year, or at least a few more medium-sized projects. Still, I shouldn't be too negative. I did make some good videos this year, and I, of course, had a lot of success in terms of viewership and subscribers that I did not have in previous years, which I'm thankful for. So I suppose that, for me at least, 2020 was a pretty good year, which is a statement which I know that most people cannot make. So again, thank you to everybody who watched this video until the end. Thank you to everybody who submitted a contribution to this video. Most of all, just thank all of you who watch my videos regularly and inspire me to keep going on this channel. So, I guess that's it. Goodbye, and I will see you in 2021.